Welcome to this painting tutorial. In this video we're going to look at how to paint an Iron Hands Space Marine for Warhammer 40k. This is a short and easy tutorial if you want to start an Iron Hands army, and it looks pretty cool. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and if you want, stay after the video to learn how you can support my channel. I'm going to start by priming the model with black. I'm using rust-oleum black primer. You can use any primer that you like. I would recommend using black because you are basically saving a step. I'm going to use Abbadon black as the first step to paint the whole model. I'm painting the whole model because the Abbadon black and the black from the primer have a different finish, and they look different if you would have to clean up or something, and I am using Abbadon black over the whole miniature to give it the same finish. I'm using a large brush and I am thinning the paint down with water. Once that's done, I'm going to start highlighting the black, and I'm going to start with Dark Reaper. I'm going to give the model a blue sheen to the armor, and I'm going to finish it up with a gray highlight. And I'm using a small brush, a detail brush, to pick up all of the edges of the armor. I'm using a little bit of liquid drying retarder to help me keep the paint wet on the tip of the brush and work with it a little longer. And I'm using the side of the brush as much as I can to pick the details, but on some of them I'm freehanding the edge highlight. If you mess up, you can clean up with black. This step is not very noticeable. It looks very dark and it's not very strong. And you can skip it if you want, but it's gonna give a nice highlight to the armor, and you'll see what I mean. Next, I'm using Tunderhawk blue, and I'm using the same method to give a thinner highlight to the edges of the armor. I'm not bothering and going on deep recesses or edges that are deep in the armor where it should be in shadow, but I'm kind of trying to pick all of the edges again and trying to leave a little of the previous color behind. This is a combination between a gray black and a blue black. If you would like to know how to highlight black and in only gray tones, you can watch my Black Legion tutorial, but this is the way I'm doing it. Next, I'm using downstone to give the final highlight to the very edges of the armor. I changed my mind when I finished this tutorial. Instead of downstone, I changed it to Administratum gray because it looks lighter. Here I'm using downstone, but I would recommend using Administratum gray instead. This step is a lot quicker because I'm only using it on the sharpest edges of the model and just giving it a final highlight like that. Once that's done, the model should be looking like this, and the armor is finished. Next, I'm going to use Leadbelcher, and I'm going to start using this color to color in all of the places that I want to be silver. To thin the metallics down, you can use either water or drying retarder if you prefer. I'm just painting the whole places that are going to be silver with this color, and just thin it down with something and apply it. I'm using a size 2 brush with a good tip so that I can control it well, and just painting it. Next, I'm going to use Drakenhof Nightshade. The pictures that I saw about this chapter had a blue shadow on the metallic areas, and it looks pretty cool. It combines with the blue highlights of the armor, and it looks pretty cool. So I'm giving the whole metallic areas a blue wash. Once that's dry, I'm going to use Celestra Gray, and with this color I'm going to paint the bolter case of the model. These models have white weapons, so you can paint whatever amount of white you want on your bolters and weapons. I'm just choosing to do the bolter case and using thin layers to paint this Celestra Gray as a base for white. Next, Ulthuan Gray is the second highlight for this color. I'm not highlighting it, I'm painting the whole area again with this color. The previous color only served as a good base coat so that this color can show well on top of the darker colors below. I'm going to give about 2 or 3 coats of each color so that they cover well, and try to keep the layers thin. And to finish it off, I'm going to use White Scar, and this color is only going to go on the edges of the bolter. Next, I'm going to use Iron Breaker to highlight all of the metallic silver areas. This is going to be a layer, sort of. I want the metallic areas to look very bright in contrast of the very dark armor. So I'm not edge highlighting or dry brushing, I'm just painting the whole area and leaving the recesses on the previous color. And to finish it off, I'm going to use Runefang Steel, and this color is going to be a smaller layer. I'm going to try to hit the edges and all of the places that are exposed to light. Now the last thing to do is to paint the eyes, and I'm using Khorne Red as a base coat. I'm using a fine detail brush, trying to make a tip, and very carefully painting the whole lens of the model. The second color after that, I'm going to use Wazdakka Red, and with this color I'm going to try to paint the half front part of the eye. And then I'm going to use Troll Slayer Orange to paint the very front tip of the lens of the eyes. And to finish it off, I'm going to use White Scar, and I'm going to give the model a reflection of light in the back part of the lens. And this is the finished model. This is a new way to paint black for me, because I used to do it with just gray tones, and you can see how I do that in my Black Legion tutorial, and you can totally use this black technique to paint any model that you like. But the blue gives a very nice blue sheen to the armor that looks pretty good. I hope you liked this tutorial. I hope you found it interesting, informative, and helpful. And if you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you would like to see next. Remember that you can follow me on Facebook and you can talk to me that way. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. You stayed. Great. Thank you very much for watching my video, and if you would like to further support my channel, you can become my Patreon on Patreon. You can pledge as little as $1 a month, and you are helping me create more and better content. If you can't, that's fine, because you're helping my channel a lot just for watching and sharing, but you can read all of the details if you follow the link in the description below. I hope you can spare $1 to make this hobby of mine a job for which I can get paid. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.